I personally, I've always hated the first day of school. It has to be the worst day of school, in my opinion, because you go, you know what I'm saying, and then people we haven't seen in months, you just are supposed to just hang out with them. So it's just like, oh, I'm supposed to hang out with you because I knew you like 3 months ago. I haven't talked to you ever since. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that. But let's get into the video. I hope y'all enjoy it. I'm gonna give my commentary on it. You know, I'm gonna talk about it. See, maybe like if there's something important there or something. Hope y'all stay safe. Let's get into this video.
With summer pretty much being halfway done and school starting back up again in about a month, I thought it was the perfect time to talk about the yearly tradition that all students around the world face every 9 months. The first day of school.
No, I didn't even know that school started like now. Like I thought it started a lot later in August. I thought it was gonna start, I think like August 14th, 17th, something like that. But I guess it's like now, like it's very soon actually.
The first day of school can either be one of the craziest and most eventful days of the year, or it could just be another random Wednesday during the month that causes you to realize you're gonna have to go through absolute hell once again for the foreseeable future.
No, and it's not even that. I feel like it's more of like the fact that when you go back to school, right? You just had 3 months of doing absolutely anything you wanted. You know what I mean? So you had your schedule. And then now you're just forced in a room with a bunch of people. You have no idea who they are. You might have some friends. You feel me? You might have some friends. You might have some, I don't know, teachers you know or something. But like, I know for sure the first day of school sucks. It is the absolute dog shit of school. It sucks. Like, honestly, school, I don't know, man. School is like, bro, when you go, man, it gets to a point. It gets so annoying. It gets boring. Especially, bro, the first day. I'm telling you, it could be the worst day. You go and you'll see Tommy that you haven't seen since, 3 months ago. I'll be like, yo, how's your summer going? And it's so awkward, mind you. It's so awkward. Guys just sitting there looking at you like, I remember this guy from 9th grade English class. Oh, yeah, I don't really know him, but he's talking to me right now. It's so awkward. He's just staring at you, thinking in his mind, wow, you're trying to interact with him, just doesn't get anything out. Oh, and there's just like a fight going on in the back because two guys beefed over summer, so they pulled up to school and ran a fade. Yeah, bro. School crazy.
But regardless of whatever your situation is, I'm gonna go through all of them in this video and show you why the first day of school is such a big-handed event every single year. One aspect of the first day of school that I know everybody has hated since the beginning of time is back to school shopping.
Dude, back to school shopping is so bad, bro. You pull up with your mom to Walmart, right? They have the entire section full of school supplies. You got pencils, you got markers, you got notepads, you got notebooks, you got all of the school stuff, paper, everything. You start collecting everything, right? Collecting the school stuff, the school supplies and everything. And then like they usually give you like a little list, right? A little list where you can like put the school stuff, right? Or like what you need and stuff like that. And then you get everything. First day of school starts. You need none of it. You just need a pencil, a paper, and you're done. You just wasted $300. Your mom just wasted $300. It's GG's, bro.
Year during the end of July / beginning of August, every single mom all over the world collectively drags their kid out of their room and forces them into the car, where they proceed to take a drive for around 10 minutes around town until they get to a location that gives every single person on earth never-ending nightmares. Burlington, Ross, and Marshall's, the clothing store trio of pain, doom, and despair. The amount of excruciating trips I've had to take to these.
Dude, and especially that it's like, for me, I have a Latino mom, right? A Latino mom. So she would literally like drag us to Ross because, discounts, baby. We need the discounts. Money's not here, bro. We need discounts.
These stores is absolutely ridiculous. It's gotten to the point where I'd rather do my own shopping with my own money than tag along with my mom to the store where she'll end up finding her long-lost friend that she hasn't talked to since 1953. You're also gonna be in the dressing room trying on 100 different clothing options until you finally decide on 3 pairs to take home. And the only reason you chose those 3 to begin with is because your mom said that they would look perfect for her back-to-school face Facebook post. Moving on from that, the next canon event we have for the first day of school is resetting your sleep schedule back to factory settings so you can get your body to wake up at 6:30 every morning again. It's pretty well known at this point that the majority of people...
I'm not gonna lie, chat, for me, my sleep schedule isn't the greatest, but fortunately, I was able to go homeschool the last 2 years. But when I did go to school, bro, when I did go to like physical school, my sleep schedule was so bad. It was so bad, bro. I would literally go to sleep like at 3 in the morning and wake up at like 1. It was like the worst thing ever. And then when I would have to go back to school, it was like this thing where, bro, I literally had to like, I don't know if it was like either stay up all night, okay, and stay up all day and then go to sleep the next day, like after school, or like, I don't know, like take like a gummy or something to make me go to sleep, bro. Because like usually back then, bro, I would literally play video games all night and day. So I would just like be nocturnal, bro. I would like play all night. I play all day. I wouldn't sleep. Like, it was crazy.
People during summer have absolutely no idea what in tarnation a sleep schedule is. I'm betting that half of you watching this video have been waking up at 12 to 1 p.m. at the latest for the last 2 months and a half without skipping a beat. Hell, I know someone that's been waking up at 5 p.m. every single day for the entire summer without fail. Son, what are you even waking up for at this point? The whole day is already over. Something else I have to talk about is the night before the first day. I genuinely think the night...
Dude, the night before the first day of school, it has to be one of the most traumatic nights every single year. Just because of the fact that, like, bro, you're, like, trying to go to sleep, but all you can think about is the despair that comes with going back to school. That's, like, all you can think about. Like, all you can think about is the despair of going back to school and, like, the annoying. It's so annoying, bro. The fact that you're sleeping, you're like, damn, bro, tomorrow I gotta go to school, bro. This sucks. Like, it sucks, bro. It's so traumatic. And then when you try to go to sleep, you can't. Like, you actually can't. So you end up staying up all night, right? You end up staying up all night and not going to sleep. So when you have to wake up for school, right? Or you stay up all night until like 5, and then we have to wake up for school in like an hour. You're like, okay, I'll go to sleep. You finally fall asleep, and then your mom wakes you up. Hey, time for school. Get up. First day of school.
Before the first day of school is one of the most nerve-wracking and out-of-body experiences you'll ever have. I'm somebody who takes very precise and intentional actions when it comes to crafting my essential back-to-school outfit. I basically turn into Pharrell when it comes to curating all the clothes I'm gonna be wearing the next day. Nobody wants to show up back to school looking like they just crawled out of a New York alleyway filled with crackheads that always have 5 missing teeth in the front of their mouth. It feels so weird having to step back into that building after multiple months away and having no idea what to expect when you return. For all you know, the people that were in your class last year could have had some insane character development from the last time you saw them. And once you see them again, it's like they transformed into a completely new person. I knew a guy that came back to school with the most insane glow up I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he legit went from like a 3 to a damn near 9 out of 10 in just one summer.
Dude, I had a friend, right? I think like 8th grade, and we were like hella close, and he was like really overweight. He was like at least like 330 pounds, right? And we went to summer, back to school started, right? We started in school again in 9th grade in a new school, right? You know, high school. And dude literally lost all of his weight and was as skinny as a pencil. And it was like, what the hell happened to this dude? This guy like lost everything. Like, this guy dead ass, like, he had a crazy glow up. Like, that's crazy, dude. Like, that was nuts. It was nuts. And I've known him for like years before that too, which is the craziest part. Like, I knew him like for a while. We were close. And then it was just like, bro, damn, you look unrecognizable, bro. Good for you, bro. Like,
suddenly, every single girl that wanted nothing to do with him were hitting him up in his DMs, shooting their shot every other day. The next thing I briefly wanted to mention is getting your class schedule for the first time. I can guarantee that everybody has had at least one terrible scheduling block for one of their classes. Yes, I'm talking a class filled with NPCs, none of your friends being in there, and the most...
Speaking about that, yo...
It's boring and uninteresting teacher that you've ever had the displeasure of knowing.
Chat, I'm not gonna lie, like, I had this one class block, right, or like this one class like in a row, okay, like a streak of classes. I think it was my 10th grade year, the year before I went homeschool, where I quite literally had to walk up 4 flights of stairs in the morning as soon as I got there at 7 in the morning. Okay. Then once I was done with an intensive class, was like if you didn't pass a certain test, you would have to like get another class for the same subject for the next year, right? So boom, I literally had to walk up a flight of steps, right? Sit in a class with a bunch of NPCs. Some people were cool, but the teacher was like, she was just a sweetheart. She was a sweetheart. But walk out, go down 4 flights of steps, and then go into another room. And that room was that classroom was complete NPCs for like the other period. It was insane. And then mind you, I had like an injured like a fractured metatarsal at the time, which is like a little bone in your foot. So I literally had a cast on at the same time. And they didn't give me the key and do anything, bro. It was crazy. It was so annoying. And bro, and some of my teachers were so cool. I had this guy named Mr. Wood, right? Mr. Wood would be like the coolest dude ever, bro. Like the actual coolest guy ever. He was the GOAT, man. I ain't even gonna lie. He was a history teacher for my 9th grade. But then, apparently, dude like hated his class like in 10th grade. It was like the weirdest thing ever. He like switched personalities completely. Still cool dude. And I had this other teacher. I don't want to say her name, but bro, she's a law teacher. She literally would like, she wouldn't let me talk. She was always on my ass. Like it was this crazy thing, bro. It was nuts. Like she just would not let me be myself in class. Like it was crazy. It was nuts. And there's this one time where she didn't tell anybody else to stop talking, or like I think she told everybody to stop talking or something. It was one of the two. And I was literally on my phone, right? She was about to play a movie, and I'm like, okay, I'll just sit on my phone. Like I don't really have to watch the movie. Like I'm good, right? Boom. She literally like, yo, David, give me your phone right now. She literally goes up to me, takes my phone, and puts it in like a little pouch on the board. She puts it on a little pouch on the board. And bro, I kid you not, that was the biggest embarrassment, bro. I promise you. It was a class of like 35 kids. I was just like, bro, this is crazy. And there was a girl I liked in that class too. Like it was like, bro, you're embarrassing me.
Worst scheduling block I've ever had is math first period, gym second period, English third period, and then finally ending the day off with physics. Man, junior year me was getting absolutely torn to shreds every other day. And if what I just described happens to be you this school year, I'm sorry to tell you this, but that's tough, my guy. Sucks. You're just gonna have to find a way to thug it out for the rest of the year without losing your sanity. After going through all the trouble of organizing your return outfit the night before, we have once again entered into the premises of the building known as Alcatraz Prison. My bad, I'm in school. Walking back inside the school hallway after being gone for 3 months genuinely feels like seeing your ex again after already having broken up 10 times already. The sudden realization that you once again have to deal with the same old BS inside of school is a pain that can only be described as absolutely soul-crushing. First off, we have the popular girls making every single loud joke you can think of at 7:20 a.m. in the
and they're so loud, bro. I don't know how they get that much energy, bro.
The morning.
Talking about it. That was cute.
I will never not be annoyed at hearing, "Are we besties?" or "My friend likes you," be the first thing that they ask me when I enter in my class for the first time. If you've watched my school popularity video, then you already know exactly what kind of kids I'm talking about. If you've been on TikTok recently, then you've already seen all the quote-unquote popular girl phrases that have been used by everybody and their mother for the last month and a half. You really can't be off TikTok for more than like 3 days, or you'll legitimately end up missing 15 different memes, 7 trends, and 4 different people getting exposed for some absolutely heinous crime. Like, can someone please explain to me what in the hell "quiet on the creek" means? I don't know why half of these phrases end up becoming popular memes in the first place. There's also this trend I've heard about called the obsession dance, which last time I checked, obsession is about a woman literally getting stripped of both her soul and physical autonomy because an incel bird brain loser was too scared to get rejected. What the hell is there to
God,
even be dancing
Social
about?
was crazy.
Anyways, I'm getting off track. Unfortunately, the popular girls are not the only thing you have to worry about during your first day. You also have to deal with finding where all of your new classes are located
That's
once you
so
get your
annoying,
schedule,
bro.
and have to go on an uncharted level treasure hunt trying to find all the room numbers. If you've gone to the same school for a few years now and already know every single room number and classroom like the back of your hand, then this problem won't really apply to you that much. But for someone like me who's moved quite a bit in his school life, there is nothing more nerve-wracking than going to a new school and trying to find where your first class is located. During my sophomore year, I transferred to a new school because we moved that summer. The first class I had on my schedule was chemistry, and I thought it would have been super easy to find where my class is because the science building was directly next to the main entrance. At least, that's what I thought beforehand, because despite knowing that information, I still ended up taking 15 minutes trying to find my class. The number system on the rooms kept throwing me off, so I didn't know if 2200 was downstairs or on the other side of the property in the portables. I must have lapped the entire school like 3 times before finally finding my class and walking in 30 minutes late. And if there's one thing you never want to end up doing in school, it's coming to class so late that every single person gives you a Ghost Rider level death stare that makes you imagine some of the worst nightmares you could ever conceive. Now, one thing we all know about the first day is that depending on how your teachers introduce themselves to their class, the rest of the year could either be light and manageable or pure unadulterated prison labor.
Get that guy out of here, bro. Get him out of here, bro. What is he doing with that whip, bro?
And even if they do change their behavior for the better later on in the year, the first day introduction can usually give you a very clear prediction of what kind of shenanigans you'll be dealing with. Now, I'm not saying that teachers can't change the way they operate their classroom if things aren't working out the first few months, but especially during the first day of school, some teachers will straight up lie to your face when it comes to describing how you should expect their class to feel and look like for the school year.
Yeah, I had a English teacher, I think, in my 9th grade year where she was like the strictest woman ever, bro. She strictest teacher ever. She was like, "Oh, like you better turn in your papers on time. If not, I'm not giving you any cuts. Like I'm not letting you do anything past overdue. Like none of that is flying in my classroom. You better be on point. You better be on the ball, bro. Kid you not. About 3 months into the school year, she was chilling with 15 students in her classroom that aren't even in her class. They would all walk in. She would eat with them. Mind you, we were all in the class, and she would let everybody turn in things past due. Like she's just straight lying, bro. Like dead ass straight lying. She said she was super strict, and her classroom was a place where people had to be for sure. Like they had to be 100%. Bro, she was capping, bro. She was capping.
And my freshman history teacher was the perfect example of this. Despite portraying herself as the nicest and most relatable person in our school, I'm still convinced to this day that she secretly hated kids or something. She loved using Bitmojis as part of her slideshow designs, and I swear those teachers can either be the most chill and fun people in the entire school, or instead be the
literal embodiment of Satan himself.
On the first
I literally like another one, bro. I had a teacher named, I'm not gonna say her name, but she was like an algebra teacher, right? An algebra 1 honors teacher. And I had her for last period, bro. I think she generally hated people. Like she hated kids for sure. Like I don't know. She secretly, bro. Bro, she wouldn't let you go out of her classroom. She literally wouldn't she wouldn't let you like go to the bathroom. One time she got me like in trouble really badly where she like hit like a bait and switch, but that's a whole nother story for another time. On me and got me in trouble with the counselor. I don't know, bro. It was like some crazy stuff, bro. The principal as well. She hated me, bro. There was one time where I had to walk back to class after I had an issue, right? Where the counselor had to bring me up. I wasn't a bad kid, but trust me, I was a very like chill kid. Bro, she had to bring me up. She brought me up, and kid you not, I had to walk into a full classroom of people just staring at me, laughing at me after I just got screamed at by a like assistant principal or something. I don't know. I don't even know what she was. Like the lady who was bringing me up. Bro, she was dude, everybody stared at me like, bro. It's
First
crazy,
day of
dog.
class, she told us that she was a very chill person that would never do anything out of line when it came to teaching or enforcing rules. So for example, if she saw you eating food in class while doing work or during her teaching, she wouldn't really care that much as long as you weren't making it a distraction for other people. But to absolutely nobody's surprise, she went on to become one of the harshest and most hated teachers in our entire grade.
It's always, chat, it is always the one, guys, it's always the one where they say they're not strict. Those are the strict ones. And the ones that say they are strict are not the strict ones. I promise you, it's always like that. Right? Because why would you have to say that you're strict? You feel me? Like, if you say that you're strict, you're not strict. You know what I mean? Or why would you not have to say that you're strict? Oh, I'm not strict. I'm good. It should just show. You know what I mean? And you can already tell. Like, you could tell by the teacher as well. You could tell what type of teacher you're going to have for the school year. That's another thing.
It was like watching a beloved character in an anime completely lose all their aura and appeal in less than a season's worth of time.
Oh, and another thing, chat. Honestly, what I don't like about school is that, like, you can't eat in class and you can't do things that, honestly, if you were working or you were doing something outside of school or learning something, you could do. Like, you could eat in class outside of school. Like, or you can eat while studying outside of school. You can, like, you can do work and then stop, chill, and then do work again. You feel me? Like, you can do, there's so many ways of doing stuff outside of school that in school it just teaches you how to work. You know what I mean? It doesn't teach you how to, like, genuinely like, be yourself and also create something. You know what I mean? And study hard. Like, it doesn't teach you the right way to do it. You know what I mean? That's my take. Some people might disagree with it, but honestly, I don't really care. I really do think that school is built for workers, like for people that want to work and people don't actually want to make something. I would say. I don't know. I feel like people, like, school needs to change, bro. School needs to have like a little bit of a change, honestly, because the school system right now is not doing well enough. It's not good enough. It could be better for sure. So
she ended up quitting the next year, and to this day, I still wonder if she ended up pulling this exact same stunt with her future classes. Glad I'll never have to find out. Our last and arguably most important topic of the first day of school is icebreakers. Wait, hold up, wrong visual. There we go. Icebreakers are bar none my least favorite thing about the first day. The words "tell me 5 things about yourself" or "tell us what you did this summer"
bro, like, I can't even name 5 things about myself, bro. Or I didn't even do anything this summer, bro. Like, I literally was just chilling at home, bro. Like, you want me to tell you I'm chilling at home? Like, damn.
Legitimately causes my entire nervous system to start tweaking out from the insane embarrassment that I know is coming up in the next few seconds. I have absolutely zero interest in telling facts about my personal life to a bunch of people who I'll probably talk to less than 10 times for the entire year. I'm not even interesting enough as a person to where I can instinctively think of 5 cool facts about myself that aren't just copy and pasted from other people who happen to have the exact same interests that I do. Minus icebreakers, teacher introductions are another thing that are so frustrating to deal with on the first day. Like, I get it. You have to introduce yourself to everybody somehow so you don't just look like an undead skeleton teaching us information. But you also don't have to drag it out and give us your entire life story on the first day of class. I promise you, nobody's gonna remember that one time you went to Paris to eat a chocolate croissant 3 years ago. We all know you're gonna give us 5 different homework assignments before we leave class anyway. Speaking of homework, your teacher giving an assignment during the first day is one of the most crash out worthy moments I think I've ever
It's actually, like, depressing, bro.
felt in my life. You couldn't have at least waited till the next week to start handing out papers. Nobody has the mental energy to complete all of these assignments. The first thing I'm doing after I get back from class is make dinner and lay on my bed trying to recover all the energy I exhausted from the last 8 hours. But with that, we finally concluded pretty much everything you can experience during the first day of school. I probably forgot to include some stuff, but if that is the case, I want you guys to leave them in the comments below and tell me what your least favorite thing about the first day of school is. And with that, I'ma catch y'all next time. We out.
Alright, chat. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope everything goes well, bro. Stay safe, y'all. And I'll catch you all in another video, alright? Oh, by the way, I am also making a second channel. I'm making a second channel. It is called DAEV Plays, Dave Plays. I'm going to be playing a bunch of video games on it. I'm going to hop all of my Fortnite content onto there. And I'm also going to be doing different games on there as well. So if you guys want to catch that, feel free. No videos up yet, but they will be coming soon. All right, y'all. With that, I'll catch y'all. Peace out.